Bob, I wanted to ask you about the Cardinals and free agency. They have said that they want to address pitching. As we know, the word or the term address, it could be you're going for like a top starter, you're going middle ground, you're going for a bargain. So I don't know how they're going to address it. I guess I'm skeptical that they're going to throw a lot of money down. But number one, what do you think they should do in terms of pitching? And number two, are you hearing anything about them?
Not hearing anything yet, but yeah, I think you've got to go get a number one or two guys. Remember talking to the Astros just a couple days ago, and it's throwing out different names out there. And they say, no, we need a better guy than Lance McCullers. He's a good 2 or 3, and that guy out there was a Verlander Scherzer. So they gave Verlander that a 2-year deal essentially. And I think the same thing with the Cardinals. Don't mess around trying to get a back end starter. Get a front end guy. I think a Robbie Ray is a great fit.
Well, who'd you say? I'm sorry. Robbie Ray. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. And any number of those guys. I mean, Marcus Stroman, he's not a number one, but guy's perfect in that ballpark. Ground balls, gives you a lot of innings. I mean, there's guys that would fit them really, really well, even if you get Scherzer on a short-term deal, if that's possible. You pay him what he wants. I mean, what a great thing that would be. He's still damn good. For him to maybe finish his career in his hometown. I get, a little sappy about that stuff, but it's also a great fit. I'm with you. The Cardinals trot out all these names. Well, we think maybe this guy can be a starter. And granted, they got a roll call. They got a lot of names, but they got plenty of back end guys. They don't need that. They need someone at the top because first of all, Wainwright's probably only go one more year. Flaherty's had injury problems, and right on down the line. They need a top, a 1 or a 2. They got plenty of guys who can be a 5 or even a 4. So you're so right about that. So I hope they don't kind of half step it. I hope they go all in on one of these guys.
Yeah, I'd love to see them get Scherzer, and I think Scherzer's a lot more open to leaving than when he first joined the Dodgers. I don't think he was enamored with his 2-month stay there. I really don't, from everything I hear.
Right.
He loves, St. Louis, and he still talks about the Cardinals. Still kind of bitter that they never made him an offer when they signed with the Nationals, and you saw the way he pitched against the Cardinals every time he faced them. So you could probably get him about a 3-year deal for about $100 million. But he brings that attitude too, just that in that clubhouse. He brings more than just the pitching. Yeah, I think that'd be the ideal fit. Get Max Scherzer, the hometown kid, to come pitch for you.
Well, I mean, I'll never forget when the Dodgers were here in August, and there was that great thing on social media. Scherzer said to Albert Pujols, he said, "Look, you're coming with me right now. We need to have a picture, the two of us together at Busch Stadium with the arch in the background, and I don't care what you're doing. Let's go." And of course, Albert was happy to do it. And it's I saw that picture and I'm like, man, that's one of the reasons I love baseball. This is so cool. And it's also, kind of touching in a way, So, and anybody that feels that strongly about getting that photo, his heart. And you're right. He was totally bitter about, the way they didn't go after him when he was willing to take less money to pitch here before he signed with the Nationals. But I think he's over that. I assume he's over that, or I hope he's over that.
He is. Yeah, he is. Yeah,
but I haven't talked to his father for a while, and not that he spills any state secrets anyway, because I would never expect him to do that. But it would be fantastic. I just remain skeptical. The Cardinals are going to go swimming in the deep end. They're just going to add another sort of back of the rotation type. They've already got plenty of those, so they'll have more depth, but what about dominance? Depth is important, but what about dominance? They don't have enough dominance in their rotation, so I'm fired up, as you can tell.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's got his home in Jupiter, so that's the move. He told me his parents moved from St. Louis down to watch the kids and stuff.
They did.
And, and he says that the picture you're talking about with Pujols, he says, I'm going to get him to autograph it, put that on my wall. It's really the only thing I need from him. And he says it was just so cool to be able to play with him, who he, idolized, growing up in St. Louis. So, no, it'd be just a guy like that, too, just a name. Every time he goes out in the mound, you're going to have a sellout crowd, and you're going to have a fear factor with the opponents.
No doubt. Hey, Bob, I always love talking to you. I appreciate it. This was a fun conversation. We'll bug you again. You know that. So everybody read Bob at USA Today, especially stuff going on now with free agency open, but also the collective bargaining agreement hanging overhead. Bob always has great stuff on both those fronts. So thanks a lot, my friend.
Sure, my pleasure. Thank you, Bernie.
You got it. That's our friend Bob Nightengale. And, I was thinking about this earlier, and we can come back and talk about it. But I agree. You can take a bunch of names, and I did it today. I'm just decided here in the last 10 minutes, I'm just going to call it the roll call, right? Oh, the Cardinals can give you a hell of a roll call. We got, let's see, let's do the roll call of all the guys we think can be in our rotation.
Oh, okay.
We got Flaherty and Waino and Miklasz and Dakota Hudson and,
Alex Reyes.
Jake Woodford and Alex Reyes and Jordan Hicks. We think Jordan Hicks, Johan Oviedo and Libitor. And, hey, we still think Zach Thompson's going to be coming along real soon. And, hey, don't forget about Angel Rondon. And, hey, we like Jay Happ. And we're going to talk to Lester. I mean, they can give you a roll call, baby. They can give you a roll call. They can give you a long list of names. Okay. Show me where the dominant pitchers are. That sounds to me like a bunch of number 5 starters, right? I mean, it's just, and no, obviously there are exceptions.
Yeah, no.
But I mean, most of that list is like number 4, number 5 guys.
One of the things Bob said there right at the end, there's nobody that the opposition is going to go, uh-oh. You do need that. You need a guy you can throw out there where the opposition's going to go, oh, man, we got our work cut out for us today. Waino maybe gives you that, but there's
in a different way.
In a different way.
Yeah.
But like you said, all that other group, you go, yeah, okay. I like our chances. We'll take our chances with any of those guys on that list. They're all beatable.
Let's play fantasy baseball. Let's imagine you got to go to Milwaukee and, first of all, Council's going to have, most of the time, he's going to have his rotation set up to where you're going to have to face at least 2 of their top 3 guys, maybe all 3. Well, suppose you go in there where you've got Scherzer starting the first game, you got Wainwright in the middle, and then you got Flaherty, if he's healthy and doing well, as your third. You got a Hall of Fame pitcher, you got a Hall of Fame magician pitcher,
right?
And then you've got another nasty guy, Flaherty, on the third day. Now, also, and again, this is best case scenario, mind you, but imagine taking that 1, 2, 3 into an NLDS with those 3 guys lined up. Okay, now you're not like,
you got something going.
Yeah, it's like, oh well, we think maybe this guy can, we think we can get.
We're gonna try and get about 4 or 5 out of so and so.
Yeah, right.
Take our chances. All right, well, you take your chances.
Go for some dominance. Spend some money.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, man.
Well, they're spending money at the corners on their lineup, but the reality is, as much as I said it, I want a bat. I don't think there's a bat coming. So you better go get some starting pitching.
Yep.
Spend some jack on it and make sure you have it.
We'll see what they do. I am skeptical until proven otherwise. Oh, I think they'll sign a pitcher, but it'll be middle rotation type. Maybe, who knows? They add another back end type.
Yeah.
Oh, they love me. We really like Jay Happ. Okay, good for you. Would Jay Happ start one? If you're in an NLDS, would he start one of the games? What's that? No. Oh, okay.
He wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
Fly ball pitcher, 39. He'll be 40.
Yeah.
No. Not starting him.
So yeah. I have a strong views on this, especially we know that Scherzer would consider St. Louis now. In fact, probably I could be wrong, and I don't know if his dad's listened to the show or whatever. He got mad at me because I was saying that he's the whole Houston Astros thing. He got mad at me, or that's okay. I love him anyway, but it's a situation where, I think Max's mind and heart are now open to St. Louis, and he's clearly sentimental about St. Louis, as he should be. So we'll see. I'm not getting my hopes up, though.
No, not hopes up, but it sure would be a fun thing. It would definitely be a neat thing to watch him pitch here.
Be really happy with Marcus Stroman as well, and Robbie Ray. But, look, I like Robbie Ray a lot, and I think he's finally figured out how to tame his stuff. He certainly did it in Toronto, so